What exactly are the built-in modules and how do we use them in Python? That is what we are going to learn in this video. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is the next video in the step-by-step Python series, and today we are going to discuss about the built-in modules. My name is Mukesh Kala. I am a 4 times UiPath MVP and a certified solution architect, and recently I have also got the LinkedIn Top Voice. I have shared my LinkedIn details on the page. Feel free to share me a connection request and I would be happy to be part of your network. In this playlist, we are trying to understand the basics of Python in a step-by-step manner, and we have already covered all of these videos. In case you are new to Python, feel free to refer to the complete playlist which is available in the description. Also, in case you are coming to the channel for the first time and you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel to get the next videos in the Python series. Having said that, let's get started. Okay, so now what about the built-in modules? So as of now, till this point, we have seen that we can build modules, it has functions, we utilize them. However, Python has some built-in modules as well. What do I mean by that when I say built-in modules? Which simply means that Python come up with a set of built-in modules which provide different functionality out of the box. So whenever you listen this word out of the box, it simply means that you do not have to code for them, you do not have to define the function, you do not have to create the modules. You can just use the built-in modules which Python by default provides you. Some of them are the math, which provides the mathematical function. The other one is the random, which generates a random number and perform the random operations. The third one is the OS, which provide you to functionality to interact with the operating system, and trust me, there are much more. Okay, so some of them which I am going to demonstrate today is math, random and OS. These are the one which are already created built in by Python. You just have to utilize them into your program, and this is what we called as a built-in modules, right? So which are not created by the developers but which are by default available by Python. Okay, let's go to the terminal and try to utilize the built-in modules. Okay, so now I am back into my Python and I will just create a new file. I will call this as module underscore built underscore in dot py. Okay, so now here what we are trying to do is, if you see here, this is on which we created, right? I created it, my module, I gave it my name, right? Built in is we are going to use the use the built-in modules. Okay, now how do you use the built-in modules? So first one is the math. I can just say import and I say math. Math is something which is by default created by Python for you. It says that this module accesses the mathematical function defined by the C standard, right? So in case you are coming from the C background, you would understand the math, right? Now math has a lot of different functions. Some of them are like math dot, and you see all of this factorial is finite, is number, log value, right? Whatever functions are available, you can utilize them, right? One is, let's say I want to simply get the square root, so I say sq, and you see this one, it says square root, and then I just want to print the square root of, let's say 25, which is 5, I guess, right? And that will give you the square root, right? I want to know the value of pi, so I can say math dot pi, right? 3.14 something, right? And that's it, right? I do not provide a definition for square root, I do not provide a definition for pi. If I just go, I say math dot, and you can utilize all of this, right? Square root, ceiling, right? Cos, degrees, float, right? All of these are available for you. Factorial, gamma is finite, right? Whatever you want to utilize, you can just use it from here, right? Now if I want to get the output, I just use a print statement here, put it in the brackets, oh sorry, my bad, put it in the close bracket, and for this also I want to simply print it, right? Just remember here I am not using the import. I didn't created this, I didn't define the functions, right? Let's go here and try to run the file, and I am getting some 4 here, which says there are 4 errors. It is because of the formatting. So I'll just remove this guy and try to run it again, Control plus S, and run this. Okay, I say it is getting some again error which says invalid path. I'm not able to find module.py. I don't know the reason for that, but let me quickly do one thing, right? I think there is some issue with the path, right? So let me quickly go here and create a new file. I will again create this, right? And I just say .py. This file is having some path issue, right? Which I can figure it later on, but anyways, to execute this I'll just copy and paste it in a new file, right? The same function, built-in method. I'll just save this and run this, and here is the output, right? So we can see that the square root for 25 is 5 and the value of pi is 3.145 something something, right? Now the thing to remember here is that if you see, we have not defined the math function, and we have not defined this module and this function, right? I can easily utilize them, right? So for example, I want to use something with the operating system, right? So at the top I say import OS, which stand for operating system. Now here, as soon as I now type OS, which is the operating system, and I put a dot, you will get all the things which are the operating system can provide you, right? So let's say I want to get the current working directory. So I can say get, and you can see that you are having all these functions. So I say get me the current working directory. Okay, I can put this, and to print it again I'll just say print anything related to the operating system can be used with this guy. And now if I run this, I should get the current working directory for this Python project, right? And it says that if your path content, whatever it is, you are getting the current working directory, right? You can use this same OS to create new folders. So for example, I want to create a new folder. I just go here and I say OS, which is an operating system, right? .mkdir, which stands for make the directory, and then you simply pass what is you want to create, right? So if I just go here and I say folder name, right? So that should create the folder for me. Run the file, and that should create the folder here, because I didn't provided the path. So you can see here this guy is created, which is the folder name, right? If you provide the complete path like d:\data something something, it will create the folder for you, right? So this folder was just created, right? So whatever you want to do with the operating system can be used with this one, right? And similarly, you can use a lot of other built-in functions which are provided by Python for you. Okay, so I hope you guys understood the concept of built-in modules as well, that how we can use it, and just comment down built-in modules if you are able to follow along. Okay, now I want to give you guys an assignment which is very simple. You have to go to internet, you have to search for built-in modules in Python, right? Go to Google, search for built-in modules in Python. Try to read about what are the modules which are available. Use some of them which you can relate to, right? It can be something from the math, it can be from the operating system, it can be from the random number. Anyone, whichever you can utilize, you have to read, you have to utilize the built-in modules, and then you have to comment in this video that which module you learnt about or which module you explored, right? So that is a small task for you guys. You just have to go read about the built-in modules and just comment down the built-in modules which you got familiar with, and that way people who come back to the video can just go to the comments and see that okay, these are all the built-in modules which are available in Python. Okay, so with that I would like to wrap this video here. Thank you for watching. Any more questions, any more doubts, feel free to write me in the comments as well, and see you in the next video.